So, hey there, guys. I've just watched episode 10 of Attack on Titan, the final season. That was a juicy episode filled with a lot of awesome dialogue and a lot of details and a lot of hidden things. Oh, monkey doing monkey thing. Telling you. So, the reaction is in the description. Go watch it and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts in 25 minutes. Discussion starts right now. So, man, I have to remember and speak about everything because this episode was. Oh! The subtitles. I mean, the subtitles are showing the way that I can go through the episode and see all the subtitles because previously I had serious issues with that because I was like clicking, and if you're not getting right into the frame where subtitles should appear, they're not visible. And now here I can see everyone speaking. So let's go through the episode and let's try to make it a good discussion, even though it's almost 11 o'clock in the evening. Let's try to make it good. So we started. Man, this episode was too much. We started with Eren speaking to the mirror and saying to himself, Tatakae, tatakae, tatakae. I mean, he says that a lot. That's understandable. And Hanji was there, and she was seeing that and started asking Hanji questions. I mean, she had a few interesting questions, like why do you say double tatakae? Why it means you're gonna fight twice or something. But I am pretty certain that he was not just there standing and like looking badass like kids, and in front of a mirror and like doing something. I mean, I'm a grown-up man and I still sometimes speak or do something in front of the mirror, not like stupid crap, but just something. And I definitely speak a lot with myself, not like every day, not like every minute, but sometimes that happens. I just discuss stuff. I don't like to just think it, because if you speak, you first of all you develop your speech, and you also have more effort, and your brain works better, and you can go through that. Because people who think more than they speak, they have issues with explaining their thoughts, with transforming them into words. And of course, in English, I have a lot of issues with that. I'm like cutting everything I can just to deliver my at least some part of my thought. But in my language, of course, I can give like those biggest speeches. So, anyways, I don't think that Eren was just staying there and speaking with himself. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with him having the Attack Titan power, that I'm pretty sure is giving him an insight of like events that may happen or events that happened. So him standing there, he might be reliving some moment from the future or from the past. Because we saw that. We saw basically. I mean, I don't think we. Did we see him seeing something in the future? I kind of forgot it. No, it was not him. Aaron Kruger was seeing the future, right? I mean, he was not seeing the future. He knew stuff from the future that did not exist yet. So that definitely a connection from the future with the future. And as I believe so, I'm gonna tell it again in case you forgot. Ymir created a Titan. I mean, Ymir, 2000 something years ago, like our super regional Ymir. I don't know what the hell was her and what's her being is, But I do believe that she existed. She is the mother of everyone, and we know that everything is connected to her. Every memory, every Eldian is connected to her. And she got the info that bad stuff gonna happen in 2000 years, and she sent this attack titan in the future with the knowledge. And each person getting the titan knows that you have to give it to that exact person to tell him something, so he gonna give it further. And that's why Kruger took the titan. That's why he took his time to develop Grisha, to prepare him, to have him lose everything. And now you, my boy, have to protect Mikasa and Armin. He's like, Nani? Mikasa and Armin, who are those? He's like, I don't know what those memories are. Those were memories probably of Eren or I don't think Grisha was saying those words. So anyways, Grisha got the power. Now Eren has the power. So Eren now has the knowledge of all the people. No, maybe not all the people, but a lot of people who lived, who brought this titan to him, and knowledge of something about the future, or something about what he have to do, or something about that he have to give the power to someone. Maybe he is the last one in the whole line of people. Maybe he has the full knowledge of stuff that's gonna happen. I am not sure, but that's the way this titan most likely works based on what was shown. And additionally, Eren has a lot of memories of others. He has the King Titan, Founding Titan. He has now Warhammer Titan, which have pretty interesting memories in him. I believe so. And so him standing there and speaking Tatakae, definitely either he's seeing something from the past or from the future, something like that. Maybe not, but seems like that, because he spoke a lot of Tatakae in the previous episode and in this episode as well. And Hanji mentioned it it's not like you're just saying that in the mirror just because it's cool. Like, what's the reason? Because Hanji is a smart woman, and it was nice seeing her again being joking at the same time with being smart and serious. She's like the contrasting persona. I liked her, even though you can clearly see that she's not that careless as she was before, because now she's the commander. She is the one who would have been Erwin Smith in her place, She is in his position now, and she's definitely not the. I mean, maybe she is the right person, but she is not Erwin. She cannot be. No one can be Erwin. And she struggles about it with that. So we had this moment, and she commented that his hair looking cool. I mean, yeah, Eren. When we looked at him, during this period of time from 4 years ago to this moment, Eren had a transformation of his hair being that, eyes being big. I know why, but his character design looked weird, and he was looking like a teenager who doesn't know what he wants to be in state of transforming. He's not a little chicken anymore, but he's not a big bird. He's like something weird. And now, he's like alpha male looking man with abs and muscles everywhere and brutal hair. And his persona changed, his vision changed, and we saw a lot of insight. I mean, of course, a lot of stuff from the flashback, it was skipped, either for now, either for good, I don't know. But he changed a lot. During the flashback, he had a very different opinion on that. And we at least know some parts of why he started changing the way he is. So Hanji was joking around that, and Eren was not happy. He started screaming at her. And by the way, here she remembered how they met for the first time, and I remember that was such a good moment. Man, I miss the old Attack on Titan. I mean, of course, it's cool that the show is so wide, so deep, so daring, like playing with your emotions and gives those topics and like plot like that and characters not too fucking sided, like characters are like that. They have like 10 sides and some inner sides as well. It's cool, but I mean, simple stuff is genius in my opinion, and those were simple times where giant monsters with naked butts attacked us, killed poor Carla, and yada yada, and we fought them, and Aaron was angry monster breaking his arms because he was too angry, and I liked that. Even though at that time a lot of characters were dying. A lot of great, nice characters. Mina Carolina, I mean, not gonna repeat all of them. I remember them all. I mean, remember Levi's squad partially. Olo Bozado, Eld, Günther Schultz, Petra Rao, Olo Bozado, and Eldo, and I forgot the fourth guy, but still kinda remember them. Eldo Jin, he was. And of course I remember young guys, and of course I remember Marco and Mina and everyone, Jan. So the first season we had a lot of people died, and still it was like simpler times. We had focus in the story. We knew what we wanted, but now it's like we're sitting in the middle. It's like, in season 1, imagine yourself a theater, and there's play going on, and you sit in front of it, and you see the whole thing, and you have vision of the whole thing. You sit in there, and you have focus on this. But now it feels like we're not sitting before. It's like we're sitting in the fucking middle, and we don't know where to look and what to expect. Something's gonna go from the back, and it's very uncomfortable feeling to sit in the middle of the story without knowing where to look at. That's a quite interesting way to put that, actually. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I liked the first season a lot, and Hanji remembered that, and yeah, that's super nostalgic. I mean, for some of you guys who watched it even who read that initially in the original manga from the 2009, 12 years basically already. Whoa, it should be very nostalgic. A lot of things happened from those times. For me, it was not that long, of course, but still feels really nostalgic. Yeah, and I remember the time when Hanji was like speaking about Titans, and yeah, we were thinking about Titan origins, even though there were some hints about Titans being humans and yada yada. Still, a lot of questions were unanswered, and there's still quite a lot of questions unanswered. How the transformation happens, why it's light, and yeah, why it's connected to the sun. A lot of stuff. Getting distracted, okay? So, Hanji brought the fact that Eren, he says, I honestly believed that you would never sacrifice Historia. And what does that mean? Can you please explain to me? Because later on, we have a flashback. We have a flashback 2 years ago. Yelena finally have an opportunity to see Eren, because she saw Eren before that as a Titan. She's like, oh, Ere. But seems like they separated them because they did not trust this woman, and that's a correct way of having business with her and with anyone who is somewhat connected to Zeke. Even Aaron is somewhat connected to Zeke, but though I still think that's an interesting man. This discussion gonna be a long one. So yeah, she Yelena haven't seen Aaron, and she finally thought that she's gonna see him, and no, Levi's like, paparazzi are not allowed. Don't touch this man. He's very important. Mikasa's face. I cannot show you the full pictures now because I removed. Here's like Mikasa's faces. Those faces. I can show you the full pictures now because I removed that just for the testing purposes for the microphone. Yeah. So they said like, nope, can't give you the opportunity to speak with the man, and they built the whole port. And the first visitor was a gigantic Japanese cruiser. I mean, it's not like Japanese, it's a friendly nation of Hizuru, but basically Japan, right? Because they have shoguns, so yeah. Not China. I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys have shoguns in China, but I don't think so. You have some other generals or commanders. And that's the woman. That's the woman, Azumabito, or what's they called her? Hizuru? Kiyomi Azumabito. Yep. Kiyomi. So that's the woman that was shown in the beginning, that was present before the Marley attack, the attack on Marley. She was speaking with Billy, and a lot of birds, by the way. So she's everywhere, and she was nice to Eldians, to little children, to our warrior candidates. And so we start with the fact that, oh, you know what he sees? Do you see the 3-blade thing? That it's actually showing kind of like A. 3 blades, kind of like A. I mean, Ackerman are not Asians, right? It's just a coincidence. Because that would have been cool, like Ackerman origins and stuff. But Ackerman are not Asians. So it turns out that they were pretty good friends with the previous king of the island. And long story short, the child was left on the island, and that was supposedly Mikasa's grandfather. Probably was the man. Most likely. This guy. And so her mother was also kind of a royal. And Mikasa is now the sign, so she is a queen. And they're like, oh, we want you so much, and hello, my little child. And Mikasa's like, yeah, I was hiding it for her 69 episodes for you, and though I can bet my salary, we saw her. So she shows her right arm, and here it is. Here's the thing. I can bet my whole salary that we saw that part of her arm at some parts of the story, and there was not a fucking thing there. No, some cloth, no tattoo. But anyways, it was there, because I don't remember it. I do not remember it, at least like a little glimpse of it. I would have noticed it if I would see it. She said I should pass it to my own child. So that's the sign of the Zubambibambaba clan. But it turns out that those Asian nice guys really wanted our resources. And Hizuru was defeated after the Great Titan War, and now they want revenge. basically. And they just in case they want Mikasa back as well. And our guys, as always, like, oh, we cannot trust them. No, we can't trust them. I don't know what we should do, and yada yada. As always, I mean, we have reasons to have trust issues. And his story is so happy, like, hey, queen girls. You know, that was cute because his story is she's bearing such responsibility for whole country, and she never wanted it. She took it because she needed to do that, and now she's bearing a child. As they say from some weirdo dude, I don't buy it. Considering how important she is, I don't think she just did that just to have sex. It's a separate question. We're gonna get back to that. But still, at that moment, Historia is not pregnant yet. And fuck you, Isayama, for making her pregnant, but plot reasons, I guess. And yeah, looking at her again, smiling, is so nice. Look at my girl, it's beautiful. Even though I liked her hair being not hidden in the back. You seem happy, says Erin. Well, I mean, of course I am, she says. I was you and I were both born with a heavy burden to bear. Yeah, that's true. Even though Mikasa didn't know about it. I mean, she kind of know that it's important, but she never expected that the island, that like the humanity is still living, and there's like whole nation, and she's basically Lady Mikasa. Yeah. So, the monkey. The monkey, Zeke, was the first one to contact Hizuko, what's her name? Azum, this woman. And she showed her Mike's 3D maneuver gear equipment, part of it, you know, the pss thingy that makes gases flow out. I remember him stealing it, and he said that it uses some resource, some weird resource, he even named it, that only is available on an island, on our island. So he gave it not to Marlians, he gave it to them. It means that he gave it after the whole operation 4 years ago, after they got back from the island. It needs a special fuel. I thought we used, just a stupid guess, they call it ice burst stone. Ice burst stone. I don't think we ever saw something like that. Some ice burst stones. We have crystals that shine. We have very strong steel. They call it like some super steel or something like that. That's used to build our swords. But I don't remember us having like weird ice burst stones. But okay, we have it. Nice to know. And he says that unique underground resource mined only in paradise. And then basically he said like, you want the thingy? You go contact those people. They're gonna greet you. Oh, there's also a queen. I don't think he knew about the queen, but at least, yeah, he pointed direction. And it turns out that they really like money. So Monkey knew how to use them. And they're like, oh, we want to be friends so bad. And could you please give us all of your resources? And he's like, crazy woman. I kind of was a better opinion about her before that moment. And everyone's like, Pixies and Hans like, okay, I get it. So you just want resources from us, damn you. And then Historia asks what exactly the arrangement you have with Zeke Yeager. And I did not like the answer. As you know, Zeke Yeager has a secret plan in mind. Yeah, it's not a very secret plan if you know about, it being there. And as I've said, I do think that Zeke Yeager is not one, maybe not even two, but quite a few plans in his mind. Because the monkey is a traitor. And to achieve it, Hizuru's cooperation is needed, she says. Here are his 3 points to protect Paradise with the rumbling. So his plan, official plan, written in the paper, that we need to use rumbling. For that, he asks, motherfucking monkey. For that, he wants to release a sample of the whole power just to demonstrate how powerful it is. But as I've said, if you're gonna release even a single Titan from the wall, it means the wall gonna fall. I mean, okay, we can kind of build that back, but those Titans inside the walls, they were a passive protection for us. Because remember, Bertolt, he was not knocking on the wall, he was knocking on the main gate, because he knew if he's gonna break the damn wall, he's gonna wake the Titans inside the wall and they're gonna fucking eat his face. So they were afraid of destroying or damaging the walls. And this is, you know what? Walls that your enemy doesn't want to destroy is a very good wall, if you ask me. If you're gonna protect other stuff, and you can protect other stuff. I mean, planes, for some time we can protect ourselves from planes. We just need to build some guns that shoot fast. I mean, reasonably fast, and place them. We have rails in there. We can use them and like shoot the planes down. But anyways, so Zeke wanted to showcase a little piece of that power to the world. And how the hell will you do that? You're gonna ask CNN to come in, or Fox News, or some other sources, and like, okay, could you please look at that? And like, giant Titans stomping something. And then all world is like, oh damn, yeah. So we heard they have this power. Turns out they have this power. Means we're friends now. This is the most stupid and ridiculous plan I have ever heard in my life. Because all the world perfectly knows we are dangerous and we have the power of the Titans inside the walls. And Billy publicly announced. I mean, during that time, Billy did not announce publicly that we can use this power. So I kinda can understand that moment. But still, they know we're dangerous. And this plan means we just have to showcase we're dangerous. I don't know, it's like, to me it's a pretty bad plan. We either use the whole power and like stomp the whole world, either don't use it like, at all. Or use it to protect ourselves. If they're gonna attack, then hello, here's your Titan power awakening. So I'm not sure that this plan is definitely the plan that Zix wanted. Next, so that was the first thing about his plan. Next is Hizuru's cooperation. Your military must be straightened until use of the rumbling isn't necessary. So I mean that's understood. That's I agree. Every nation has to constantly evolve and develop protection measures, taking protection measures, and develop an army and investing in it, not to conquer everyone, but to be able to protect yourself. Because if you're gonna be sitting with a stick, someone gonna come with a gun and gonna take your stick away. That's it. That's how world works, unfortunately. Even the modern world, I mean, you can be kind of protected by some laws and some other countries saying, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you," but it's just boom in an instant, and there's no country of yours, and you're like part of someone else. So I agree that this passive defense is very needed, and I mean not passive defense, but I mean active development of arms and technologies to have this defense is very important. And the third part of the plan, goddamn you monkey, Zeke will pass on the Beast Titan to someone of royal blood. So I mean, you know what, at first I was pretty stupid, I suppose. At first I thought that he wants Historia to eat Zeke. Or someone with royal blood. We don't have anyone else except for Historia. So he wants to eat. He wants Historia to eat him. And that's what Eren was against it very much. He didn't want this cycle of kings and children being born and the power being given and people eating each other and stuff. He didn't want that. And now Zeke says that we have to do that. Until their 30-year term ends, they must bear as many kids as possible. This is as Eren put that perfectly. Just like a cattle, just breed, you goddamn animal. We need as much as you fucking possibly can. And then those little children gonna breed as well. Some of them gonna eat mommy, and then they're gonna start breeding again. We turned away from that. And now Zeke says that even if weapon are advanced and rumbling itself is powerful, unless we get rid of it, inheriting titans will continue for generations to come. Get rid of what? Oh, it's Hanji's thoughts. So I don't know what about you guys, but and Historia has always been Historia. A girl very responsible and ready to do whatever it takes. What? Man, come in. Man, I was stupid. I'm remembering now, and during the reaction I was all focused on Zeke trying to fuck with Historia, like, actually. And I was telling you that if you watch it for the first time, you can go, your mind is weird. So yeah, he just wanted her to eat him. And I mean, I'm not against him being dead, but I don't want her to be involved in that. We fought with that. We fought with the fucking road race that wanted Historia to be a Titan girl. We don't want that. And Historia said, I'm gonna do that, but as long as the rumbling is tied to our survival. So it's not like she said, I'm gonna do that just yet because the monkey says. She said that because if needed. And Aaron was very angry about that and says like, we fought with the fact that we were living as cattle, breeding, kings breeding, and ourselves living in the closed gates. And now you're goddamn having another plan of us repeating that. And I mean, yes, Zeke is using us for his own plan, or at least I don't know. So Aaron was against the plan, and Historia started crying because he protected his girl. Why you went? And then we get back. What, Marcos? Then we get back to Hanji and Aaron's situation, and she says to him that we were both on the same side during those times. You and I, and for some reason now you acted separately from us, attacked the Marleyan territory, put the island in danger, and yada yada yada. And here I suppose Hanji, it's all, don't you care about Historia? No. I suppose he cares about everyone. He's presented as a villainy character for now. It's not like he's a complete villain, at least for now. But he has a lot of villain things going around him. He's getting more badass and angry looking. But as I've said, I do believe that he knows what he's doing. It's not like anything that he's doing is right. Maybe he's gonna do some evil stuff. But he knows what he's doing. It's not like he's just recklessly doing some weird things here and there. No, he knows. That's the very important moment in the whole situation. This man knows stuff. At least he has something to work with. It has the... Oh. And yeah, and he says to Hanji, like, you know what? I'm here in your nice and brutal and very, very strong jail. I am the Titan. And I just drank a juicy Warhammer Titan that can create anything he wants, even the gigantic 50-meter pillars with spikes. And you're keeping me here. So it's like I can escape from this place any second. So you're nothing. You're not scary. Marcos, stop singing songs, please. Huh? Meow. What? You're getting me distracted. So he says, like, that's a bad place to have me into. Then he says, you cannot kill me because I'm very important. I have the founding Titan. You cannot kill Zeke because he's very important. He's the key to my founding Titan. And that's basically it. Yeah, they have these two very dangerous persons, and it's very difficult for them to do something with them. Although they can do a lot. And I know about the monkey protected with Levi, but Aaron definitely can go away any second. Because he's... Marcos. What he wants. And then he threatens Hanji. Which was not very nice. He almost transformed into Titan, by the way, when he was like, I'm gonna eat you. Almost. Then Hanji feels the moment that Damn you, Erwin. Why you put me into position? But I mean, who? Who can take his position? Levi, not the leader type. No, this is the opposite of a leader. I mean, he can be kinda leader of a little team, but not Erwin type of a leader. Hanji is a better candidate. Armin, no. Don't even start with Armin. There's no one else who's better than you. Hanji. And then we switch to Historia being actually pregnant with a child or children. And some guy. She does not look happy. She does not look happy at all. And they said that he is the father of the child. No. Bullshit. Bullshit. Who is the father? Who can be the father? Why? What's the reason? Later we see some fox drinking wine. By the way, wine, I still remember about the wine. And the man that criticized everyone said that she did that just for her to not be eaten. So the plan was, we're gonna see it later, someone eating Historia, and or herself eating someone eating someone, and she should be involved in that. And she's decided to make a child just to not be eaten or something like that, to be protected from that. Oh yeah, we're gonna see that later. I kind of forgot who's eating who. But I don't think this is the reason. She bears a child. From whom? It's not Zeke. It cannot be Zeke. It's... I mean, she's like few months, maybe 1-2 months until birth. It may be Aaron, it may be basically anyone else, but who has reasons? That's a very difficult question. Marcus, no. The only idea I have now is that Isayama may use that later on. Because as we all, I suppose, remember, if there is no one, if someone with the power dies, a random, a newly born child, Eldian child, gets the power of that Titan. And you know what? If we're gonna develop that thought, if we're gonna assume that Eren knows future at some degree, he may know that he may die at this exact moment. And that's why he, 9 months ago, decided to make a child. Maybe not him, but someone gave a child to Historia. And it means that she's gonna give birth right after Eren dies. Eren with his founding King Titan. He dies. And Historia, next second she gives birth. And there's a child that gets this power. I mean, I don't think it's very, very good, but that's a logical way to go with it. And if we... if we see the destructive the destructive way of the story ending, like we're using titans and stomping everyone, right? What should we do after that? It would have been pretty good if there's only Eldians to actually get back King with his no war thing, that he cannot use this damaging power anymore, and continue living as we were living. I don't think it's good. I think that my idea is like in many places is wrong, but that's something that's kind of connects in a way. Because why else would you give her a child that's gonna be born pretty soon? That's very noticeable. That's a big belly. I think that might be Aaron. Or at least with his knowledge. And that may very well be connected to the child inheriting the powers. But I'm gonna think about this more. It's just, oops. It's just some interesting idea that came to mind. So yeah, Historia is arresting someone somewhere, and the guy looks at her. You've got to take care of your body. Yeah, not just your body. Seems like she's having more than one child, to be honest. God damn it, ruining my little girl, making her having children. I mean, having children is great, but the way she looks doesn't look like she's happy, and she wants this child to be born or something. It's not with love. But I mean, Aaron is kind of fitting because he was protecting the girl. Who else? I don't see a single person except for Aaron currently. And then we see Fox drinking wine. A fishy wine that Niccolo uses. I'm not sure. They showed in the very end, they also showed the goddamn wine in the place where Zeke is held. That's maybe a part of his plan. Maybe like poison them or like make them sleep or something, so Zeke can escape and do his monkey things. That's a very serious opportunity for him. Oh, so yeah. So these fucks wanted to feed Zeke to Historia, and just as he was planning. And her being hidden from that. I mean, they think that she just wanted to hide from that, and that's why she got a child, got pregnant. But no. And the fucker like, low-bred girl, you fucking low-bred girl. And they had the story about, Historia just decided to have sex with a random person that threw rocks at her and wanted her to, So, anyways, I can see the bottle here. That's the same bottle that Niccolo showed us with like red dot in here. That may be imported wine or something like that, guys. I don't think. Do we have? No, that fucker drank wine. That. What was his name? I forgot. What was even his name mentioned? The person, the lord, some regional lord from the very first season episode. I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like fat one. Pixies was playing chess with him, and he was drinking and eating. He was drinking wine, and Pixies was drinking wine. Yes, so we also has wine, but this one, I don't know if it's imported or not. But this is the same bottle. Why did the queen decided to go there? I don't know, guys. They won't take it. So they are not very smart, and they don't know the whole thing. Make her Titan, pregnant or not. So that's bad. That's bad that even our Eldian people want her to be eaten, her to eat Zeke, to get back to this fucking cycle of weirdness. Damn them for that. Her child might die, he says. Yeah. Yeah, this is not like this easy. It's like boom and make a child. No, a lot of bad things may happen to you and to the child as well. So, should be very careful with that. So the drunkard, fuck his life. I hate him. Nicola. Yeah, that's the wine. This one, right? Yeah, the exact same bottle. I mean, I've probably forgot to turn off the thing. I'm gonna blur it if I did. Here's the same wine. Then we switch. Again, it's still the flashback. Was another giant flashback, basically. The guys are building railroad. Out of all people, our squad, Levi squad, like heroes of the country, who had medals basically from for Queen Historia herself, labor, like manual labor, and then they're like building a goddamn railroad. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe because they were bad people. I mean, they were bad boys and girls. They were not acting well or something. I don't know. Punishment for them. So Sasha was drinking water. Armin wanted to drink as well, but she drank everything because that's Sasha for you. Poor Armin. Man, Sasha has such a big boobs. Damn. Look at them. Look at the melons. Whoa. You're working on the hate, yep. Oh, and Levi is like looking at Connie, and Connie is actually really tall. I was not. I mean, I noticed that he has hair, but him being this tall compared to Levi, I never noticed it. And yes, he is actually really tall in Levi. Look at him. Tch. Such a tall man. I mean, don't worry, Levi. You have other qualities, and it's nice. Your look is great. Don't worry about it. We can turn there. So they decided to not work with Hizunu clan. Hizuru, because they want to monopolize all of our resources. They won't help us trade with anyone, and yeah, and everyone still wants us dead. It helps to and they discuss that stupid people of the world, they didn't even try to speak with us. They're just throwing rocks at us, shooting guns at us, and sending monkeys and giant titans to kill us without even trying to speak with us. Just goddamn knock on the door and say like konnichiwa. We can drink some tea or something. And yeah, later they decided that we should go and speak with them. But we didn't see them speaking with us. And us speaking with them. We skipped the flashback part. Maybe we're gonna get to that later. But seems like it failed. Seems like either we didn't go to speak with them, either we went speaking with them and it failed miserably because, yeah, the initial mood was, let's not fight, let's make love, not war, you know? But now Aaron had enough of love in his life and he now presents war. And then they riding in the little tiny train thingy. And then Aaron brings the inheriting his Titan, because he only have 5 more years at the moment. So it's like 3 years currently. And he says someone should take the power. I mean, the way we're trying to make the world is that these powers are not needed. But I mean, it's not like if we're trying doesn't mean we're gonna achieve that nice world. So the question is pretty legit. And the first one says, of course, Mikasa, because she would gladly consume any part of Eren any second of her life. He's obsessed with him, so that's cool. But then John says that we don't know how Ackerman's gonna act with the Titan inside of them. Maybe they're gonna be like gigantic Godzilla-looking thingy, like Race was or something. I mean, yeah, Ackermans are just insanely strong just as a little human being. Just imagine them becoming a full-fledged big Titan. If they still have this power boost. I mean, we saw Mikasa fucking having like few rails that weighs a lot, people, a lot. And she's like they're nothing to her. So John says, no, I'm gonna take the power because I'm smart and I look good. But then Connie says, like, since you're looking so good, you have to live for a long time. And I'm gonna take the power. And Sasha says, no, you can't because you're stupid. That was hilarious. So, like, I'm gonna take the power, but then Connie's looking at her like, I mean, yeah, you're right, but since you're stupid too, it means you cannot take the power as well. So they don't know who'll take the power, and Eren sees this all and says, like, I love you guys, I love you so much, and no one should take my power, and I respect you, and everything, and everyone getting red after that, even though Armin says definitely a sunset going on, definitely like reddish color. Even though, yeah, everyone is like this red. Even Eren is red, and Mikasa is so cute. Mikasa, man. Yeah, Jean, everyone is red in this frame. My God, I miss this. Attack on Titan. I mean, I know some people a long time ago recommended me something about some spin-off show about Attack on Titan, school, like chibi little characters, comedy stuff. I'm not interested in that. I want to see my real people having real fun, not some fucking pretending stuff. No, it's not my thing. I kinda looked and I kinda spoke with few people. That's not something I will enjoy. But seeing these guys and Mikasa, what's up with this girl? Sometimes she's looking beautiful and feminine. Like her hair is so good here. Her look is so good. She's like little tiny girl. You want to love her. But another frame, she's like, I'm gonna show you. How's that face? I know about you people, but she's like, her character design is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And then they switch to the current time, with everyone being depressed and Connie doubting about, do you guys think it's still Eren? And yes, my man, it is still 100% Eren, like a crazy killer guy who killed 2 guys in his 6 years or something of age. That's normal, that's Eren. And he values you, even though he said that he kind of forced everyone to go on Marlian territory, and Sasha died because of him. Man, technically, you can say that Sasha died because of him, but that was not the reason why she died. You can look at it from different angles. The reason was because Gabi shot her. Gabi shot specifically her because Sasha shoot those guards. Sasha shoot those guards because those guards were shooting at our guys, attacking the island. The continent, Marlian territory. We attacked Marlian territory because Errant went there. But why Errant went there? Because they attacked us initially. They killed Carly initially. And you can go back in time and said like, oh, it was the fault of a goddamn fish that got out of the water and stuff, No, it was not Errant's fault. Of course, he was some part of the story of Sasha's death and life, but he was not a sole reason of that. The reason was because they were fucking jumping on the stupidest blimp and like from happiness. Yeah, we won! That was the reason. No one was waiting for Gabi to appear and shoot Sasha. And as Armin or Mikasa said that he used us because he trusts us. Because who can he use for that? He has no one else he trusts. And now the trust is going away, at least. Konyi has his doubts. And I don't judge him as well, because these characters, they know much less than we as viewers know. They don't theorize as we are. And we don't see this much information as we are. They never saw flashbacks and stuff. And so I don't blame Konyi for having this doubts about Eren. And then he brought that he was smiling or something. Man, I remember that scene. I clearly saw that Eren was like, it was nervous laughter, I remember season 2, episode 12, when Hannes died. You remember what was Eren's reaction? He was laughing there maniacally and crying because he felt weak. Because he couldn't protect his basically almost relative, a very close person to him. That was laughter because of the nerves in him, like all of the emotions. And this is the same shit that happened after Sasha died. He was laughing again, mostly because another person died, because he wasn't strong enough. He wasn't able to protect this person. It was not because he enjoyed her dying. And that's stupid of you, Konyi, to not understand that. Even though as well we can kinda see that because he's emotional now about that, so he's blinded with those emotions. But I have no doubts, like no second thoughts about that. That's as clear as day. Or as Pixis' head. And Konyi says that Eren's probably made his mind with his half-brother over us. I don't think. Maybe they work together, but I think that Zeke has his own plan, Eren has his own plan, and they both fucking pretend to be working together. Or something. Because Eren's definitely doesn't like the plan of Zeke, of Historia having the monkey titan and starting breeding with like rabbit raids. So it's all very interesting, but it's not that simple, Konyi. And then he says that maybe it will come to the point that we will have to kill him, and I kind of see that happening. It may go like that. And Mikasa said, no, never. But I mean, you, Mikasa, has even more chances to do that than anyone else in this team. But I don't want that to happen. I don't want Armin or Mikasa to kill everyone. To kill Eren. And I don't want Eren to kill everyone. I want people to live in peace. I want Eren to somehow get, turn the time back and something like miracle stuff happening. The ones he called important. So yeah, people have doubts about him. And then the wine. So we see Zeke reading a book. We see Levi reading Zeke, literally looking at him like that. I hope I turned off the video. And people in the woods drinking the wine. The same fancy wine. This is as big as it gets. The wine has something. The next episode, some shit gonna happen. And it seems like this wine is everywhere. It's even in the goddamn gigantic forest of gigantic trees. Not just somewhere where people drink it just for fun, Because I don't think those Eldians who were discussing Historia, pregnant Historia, they were somewhere near the forest. No. Who knows, but there was Nicolo there. Something with the wine. Whose plan is that? Most likely Zeke's plan. Because the last person we see in here is damn Zeke. For him to escape, because he just wants to touch Eren. I don't think he really needs Historia. Though no, why he needs that? I don't think he wants to touch Eren. It's for Eren he needs to touch Zeke. In the monkey form. But for Zeke, he needs something more. He needs to somehow force Eren to do what he wants. To trick him somehow. So it's not that easy for him. Maybe they have some plan together. I don't know. But I still lean towards that it's all like fake. And who's Historia's child, father? That's also an interesting question. A lot of interesting questions in this one. As always, Attack on Titan keeps bringing those. Even though we have just few episodes left. Marcus says it's time to finish. And let's actually finish. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if the discussion was, as always, everywhere and nowhere. It was very stupid of me to assume that Zeke wanted to bang his story during the reaction. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that when I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna leave it, I suppose, and maybe add some text like, people don't think I'm stupid because I'm stupid. But yeah. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next episode. I hope I will bring some Vinland Saga in this week. I'll try. I mean, I have one episode pre-recorded like more than a week ago, but I still have no time to record more. But we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.